I'm Sabrena Schweyer. I'm a partner in Salsbury-Schweyer Landscape Design and Development Group. I'm a garden designer, a certified landscape designer. I'm a certified permaculture consultant. I am a passionate gardener, and I also lecture and teach. I love nature, and I love sharing my passion for nature with others. And I've been doing this for over 20 years. I grew up on a farm, and it was there that I really learned to love nature, to have a passion for the earth, and to be a steward of the earth. And it was the beginning of my trek that has led me to where I am now. I went to study agriculture because of this love of the earth, and that was the beginning of my horticultural career. I studied at Oxford with a group of architecture students, and there I learned that gardens are an art form. The gardens were just another example, just like architecture and art and music, literature, of a time and place and people and how we express ourselves through our art, through our gardens. And gardening, connecting people with the earth is really so important then as it is now, maybe even more so today than it was at that time. I started designing small backyards and built from there. Now, through my partnership with my husband, Samuel Salsbury, we are creating really spectacular sanctuaries for people and bringing them closer to nature, creating something that is very sustainable, because being friendly to the earth, having that stewardship of the earth is so critical. And it's just a lovely way to live. I'm Sabrena Schweyer from Salsbury-Schweyer, and I'm really excited to be coming to visit one of our clients, Larry Jacobs. His wife Ann will be joining us shortly, and we're going to take a brief tour of the garden. So let's go see if Larry's ready.
Hey,
hi.
How are you? Oh, there's the dog.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for letting us come.
Pleasure. It should be a lot of fun. I had no experience at all with gardening, and I thought it's something I might enjoy. And I remember we asked for something that's relatively simple to maintain, and it turned out to be simple in terms of skills, but it's a great recreation for me.
Mm-hmm. So you don't consider it a chore?
Not at all, no. We have meals out here, and snacks, and nap, and read, and just listen to the waterfall.
And what did you want the most in that space?
Beauty, and you know, we thought it would just be the garden, and you guys had suggested the water aspect, and that's as pleasurable as the plants and vegetation and foliage.
Well, shall we go see the water?
It's a nice smell, but it's not a powerful smell.
That's why it's right by the edge of the path, you know.
Why is that?
So that when you walk by, you can smell the foliage.
Oh,
grab a leaf and enjoy it as you go across to sit in your chair. These columns that can be turned into fountains, and they have that old world feel, but they look so contemporary, and just the painted touches and the way that the water catches as it runs down the columns, it adds such a nice sound. And the pawpaw's doing well.
Yeah.
The pawpaw's going to get nice and create a little bit more of a canopy over that water feature here soon.
Now that should probably bear fruit next year, I would think.
I would think so. Your pawpaws are pretty large. And we do have the 3 of them, so they can cross-pollinate like pawpaws need to do. And it is actually a tropical fruit native to Ohio. Yeah, the water lilies are really important to sort of the ecosystem. They provide a place for the fish to hide, help shade the water. But some of these little alcoves, nooks, where the water lilies are thriving, and the marginal plants around the outside, those are all perennials, and those are part of the filtration system. The plants help suck up the nutrients from the water so that you don't get the algae bloom, and it keeps the water clear. So the fish, the plants, the natural bacteria, and the rocks, you won't see any rubber liner, even though there is a rubber liner underneath all of this. It's completely hidden. This plant gets wonderful little dewy droplets of water. When it rains, or if there's dewdrops in the morning, that forms on these hairs, and it just glistens in the sunlight. But here's the lamb's ear, wonderfully fuzzy, and this is one of the best ground covers. This is Big Ears lamb's ear, also known as Helen von Stein. Don't let it bloom. or better yet, let it start to bloom, cut the bouquet for your wife with all of these wonderful, wonderful spires, and mix it with some roses. She'll be delighted. This is a lovely little wildflower, Samsonia hubrechtii, and while it looks beautiful right now, probably in a month and a half, that is going to be the most gorgeous fall color. Do you remember it last year? Orangey gold. It's really, really stunning. And one of the tricks with this plant, if you want to keep it so that it's nice, tight, and bushy, is to cut it back by half, which it looks like it was done this year. Salsbury-Schweyer is an award-winning landscape firm. We've received international design awards, and I think it's because not only do we bring beauty to people's lives, it's tailored. Each individual property is so different. The lifestyles, the family's needs, maybe it'll change over time. So we mirror what it is that the clients are looking for so that it can be a very unique and really rewarding outdoor experience. Little trees, rustling, it's visual, it's spiritual. It's just so remarkable what we can have if we give ourselves the opportunity to be at one with it in the garden.